So imagine it's the year 2015 and a very basic looking Slovakian kid named David Dobrik decides that he's going to post snippets of his life on YouTube, and it becomes the best decision that he's ever made in his life, because for the next 6 years, from 2015 to 2021, his channel pops off. He becomes the king of the vlog category within YouTube, amasses tens of millions of followers. His fan base becomes as strong as little 13-year-olds were with Justin Bieber 10 years ago. But all great things come to an end, because in 2021, David Dobrik gets on YouTube and he announces to his audience that he no longer wants to make YouTube videos, that he wants to quit YouTube.
Like, when the fuck am I gonna stop vlog? Like, when does the next thing happen? Like, when am I just gonna vlog for the rest of my life? Like at one point, it has to stop.
This is almost like winning a $10 million lottery and then just being like, you know what? I only won $100,000 and I don't want the rest. The decision was just very unnatural. It just felt like, why would he do such a thing? Well, there's reasons behind that. In today's video, we're going to discuss why he made that decision and if David Dobrik is ever going to return to YouTube. David Dobrik was very, very intelligent with the type of videos that he would put out. First of all, every other vlogger before him would put out 10, 20, even hour-long videos of them vlogging their whole lives. It got very boring. The click-through rate would not be really good. But David completely changed the whole vlogging category on YouTube, because David came from the Vine world, right? So Vine videos were a lot different than YouTube videos. And he took his experience in Vine and brought it over to YouTube.
It's game time, Dad. Go out there and break a leg. You're a dick. Son! See you later.
His vlogs were really not vlogs, they were more like Vine videos, right? Because he would take the week or 2 week activities that he would do with his friends and just take snippets of the most funniest, the most entertaining things that would happen with him and his friends and put them into the vlog style videos that he would put, right? And every 10 to 15 seconds, there'll be a new change, a new scene, something where you as the audience will want to see more. So it was one of the most entertaining videos that you could watch on YouTube as a vlog. And the other thing is that he was very generous with his videos. Every video would have pretty much a very big giveaway, giving away tens of thousands of dollars to his fans and families, or even giving a Lamborghini to his best friend. You were just very enticed as a viewer to see what he would bring in into the next video, how extravagant he could get into the next videos. So as wholesome and as entertaining as David's videos were, they had to come to an end because Dom Zagleda, one of David's good friends and also a fellow YouTuber, was accused of sexually assaulting a girl in 2018. The girl allegedly claims that she was way too drunk to give any sort of consent to Dom, and that Dom went ahead and videotaped the entire encounter.
And we were drunk, so when he said the kiss, we're like, okay, like, it's just a kiss, that's fine. And again, our issue here is not with David Dobrik, but our issue here is absolutely with Dom.
And then what he did was he shared that videotape with David Dobrik that they all shared together. And then after these allegations came to light, David Dobrik got the most backlash out of the entire thing, because he was seen as the leader of this whole entire group, right? And he did not do anything about it.
That I was doing all this stuff and I was making all this content while there was people that were still really hurt by what I made.
And people thought of David, because this is how he showed himself to be to the audience, of being this very generous, caring individual, and that he should have done something about it, that he should have came to light and said something about this, because this is such a serious accusation. But David chose to kind of like put a blind eye to it and not do anything about it. It was almost like being left behind in the trenches by your best friend. That's what his audience, that's what the fellow YouTubers and other people that truly followed David and liked David, that's how they felt. The second reason why David Dobrik stops making YouTube videos, so he does a stunt with his good friend, let's just say best friend, also another fellow YouTuber, Jeff Woodson. Jeff was supposed to have a swing tied to a crane, and what ends up happening within the stunt, Jeff hits his skull, breaks his eye socket and his skull, takes brain damage, almost loses his eyesight. His eyesight gets so bad that he can't see from that eye, and pretty much puts his life in danger, because Jeff could have died from the incident. And although David Dobrik was not directly responsible for the injury because he didn't directly do it, he was held responsible because he promoted these activities for his videos, right? And Jeff comes out and blames David, as he should, that David caused this. David would promote such crazy activities for his friends in order for them to be in the YouTube videos and a part of his circle. Which takes us to reason number 3 why David stopped making YouTube videos. I think he took time to reflect on content that he was creating. His content featured very dangerous pranks, stunts that put his friends in danger, his audience that would probably try to do these stunts in danger, and also almost kill his friends, right? And I feel like as he gained the popularity, as he gained the following that he had this inner need to be able to outdo his last video. So the stunts and the pranks got more dangerous, to the point where people started breaking arms, people get way too intoxicated in the parties, and then his friend almost lost his eyesight or his life. So David says in a statement that he wants to take that time to reflect on the content that he created. He apologizes for the type of content that he created.
Put myself in a lot of situations where I've needed to apologize for my past actions, and I've never done this correctly.
That he encouraged his audience to, be okay with the danger that he put his friends into. And he says that he needs time to reflect on that, and if he ever comes back to YouTube, it's not gonna be the same content, it's gonna be a little bit less dangerous. So let's go ahead and talk about that. Is David ever going to come back to YouTube? To answer that, we need to answer, does he need to come back to YouTube? Financially, no. He's so well off right now that he does not need to come back to YouTube. And also, he just signed a deal with Snapchat where he's making probably as much, if not more money on Snapchat with their AdSense that he was making on YouTube.
Snapchat is just like the best because I can literally like go about my regular day and just do regular things.
So if he ever comes back to YouTube, it's gonna be for the audience, not so much for the financial benefits that he got from YouTube. But I do believe that David Dobrik is gonna come back on YouTube just because he has such a vast amount of love to his YouTube audience. Everything he has today is because of the YouTube platform. His fame, the popularity, the money that he got was because of YouTube. And it's almost like having a child and you're the parent that is kind of on the sideline right now. You can't really hold their hand, but you want to be ready as a parent, and one day you want to hold that child's hand again. As weird as this analogy is, David is going to come back to his YouTube audience, who in this case would be his child, and hold their hand. But I do think that if he ever comes back, he needs to make a grand gesture explanation as to why he did what he did to his audience. They're still looking for an answer, and he needs to reflect upon what he did, how he has grown as a person, and what he's going to do to ensure that nothing that he's done in the past is going to happen again. What do you all think? Is David going to come back on YouTube or not? And do you even care if he comes back on YouTube? As always, hit that like button, help the YouTube algorithm, comment any questions that you have, and then join the family by subscribing to my videos. I would really appreciate that. See you guys in the next video. As always, take care and thank you for watching. Peace.